Hola a todos y bienvenidos a Aventuras Bloodcode. Continuamos con las aventuras de Lily en el monasterio del horror. Muerte, sangre, plantas carnívoras, viejos en sillas de ruedas con intenciones aviesas, una madre superiora homicida y aficionada al té. Té que le vamos a dar ahora, el rooibos especial de Lily.
Finally, it's about time. Stupid chop, chop, chop.
Señora, señora.
Are you feeling all right? You are downright hysterical.
It's that embroidery. It reminds me of my childhood. I was such a stupid child. I so wanted to have a unicorn for a pet. A unicorn. Can you believe it? But what they gave me instead was a tarantula.
En serio.
Then you're the one who embroidered this.
Shaggy died while I tried to attach a horn to her forehead with a nail gun.
La tarántula
I was such a stupid...
señora. De Ponia era más coherente.
I loathe children.
I understand.
The adults seemed to be busy with adult problems. This was Lily's chance.
Ustedes a lo suyo.
There seemed to be some kind of bracket up on the wall, but Lily couldn't continue without more light. She'd look at the map later. She hadn't expected that this decision would have unpleasant consequences.
En la parte oscura... ¿Dónde decía este que me iba a encontrar? En teoría debería ser aquí. Oh, que puedo coger esto. ¿Y puedo prender el fuego? Ow.
Hello, Lily. You're not going to play with fire, are you? Of course you don't want that. You know that Mother Superior has forbidden it.
Pero yo no
Something weird was happening here.
estoy jugando con fuego.
Well done, Lily. I've heard everything I wanted to hear. Mother Superior's obviously gone gaga. I already suspected that. Now hurry. Come to me in the secret room. There's a hidden door in the dark corner in front of the office. Right next to the fireplace outside.
Yes.
Oh, damn. Of course you can't make any light. You're not allowed to play with fire. I'd completely forgotten about that. One moment. Let me think. I think I have an idea. There isn't any way to break through a block created by hypnosis, unless you get hypnotized again. It's risky, but you could put yourself in a trance and fight the block directly in your own subconscious. But be warned, the world inside of a trance is an eerie place.
Oh.
It's like a parallel universe that only exists in your mind. Traversing it without the guidance of a trained hypnotist has its dangers. And the blocks created by the Doctor will probably appear as powerful demons that you can only defeat in a mental duel. Did you understand all that?
Uh-uh.
You don't have to. Not yet. Just use the stuffed rabbit to hypnotize yourself. Once you're in a trance, look for the inner demon that's preventing you from making a fire and destroy him.
Ajá. Nada más fácil que destruir demonios.
You must not play with fire.
Eso dices.
Oogie.
Eso dices tú, pero... Oogie Boogie. Bailemos el boogie. Ajá.
With the rabbit's help, Lily had returned into a trance. At first glance, everything had seemed unfamiliar and strange. Completely alone, she cowered inside a cold cave that was illuminated by the giant, suspicious eye of Mother Superior.
Oh.
So there really wasn't much difference to reality.
Vale.
Ow! The dust! My eye's burning! Who was that?
The eye wasn't close enough to shatter its retina to pieces with a club. Not that our Lily was entertaining such thoughts.
Vale. Oh, más polvo.
Just wait! When I find whoever's flinging all that dirt around,
No me esperaba eso.
for a nasty surprise!
Mother Superior closed her tearing eye. Lily could move unobserved for now.
Ah! My eye's burning!
Lily would lose this staring contest. Lily had enough ribs. They were easy to count, but Mother Superior had forbidden it because it ruined her appetite. Lily could hardly believe her eyes. A real cylinder. Right on top of the head of the talking snowman.
Hands off. Use that cylinder. You'd understand if you stood around all day in the cold with a bald head.
Lily didn't want to seem picky, but that this was hardly the right place for a snowman.
The fireplace is closed. Good children don't play with fire. And you're a good child, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
You see? There's no reason why well-behaved girls like you should have anything to do with burning objects.
Ba, 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 ba.
Not one.
Ba, 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 ba. ¿Me estás haciendo ba, 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 ba a mí? ¿A mí? Ba, 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 a mí?
She should use the fire to make
Me ha hecho ba, 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 ba,
That
ba.
seemed to be a good reason.
Por
for
ya.
her. But how was she ever going to convince the demon of this?
¿Qué es esto?
After dealing with the curtain, Mother Superior had apparently taken her contact lenses out. Strange. In the real world, Mother Superior wore glasses. But in the real world, Mother Superior wasn't 50 feet tall either, so it was probably fine.
Vale.
My goodness, what's that? What's that strange smell? It doesn't smell like carrots, that's for sure. That's fire. I'm burning. Take off my hat. Take it off.
Vale.
Lily was wasn't quite sure. She wasn't actually allowed to play with fire.
Now do something, Lily. Take off my hat. Take it off. Thanks, Lily. You saved me. Now you see the damage that fire can do. It's best not to touch it.
Lily was a little contrite. Apparently, the snowman hadn't learned anything.
What's happening now? Hey, stop that. No. No.
Si no puedo jugar con fuego, tú ardes.
Lily had put out the fire, just like the snowman had told her to. Hopefully, he now realized that there were quite appropriate situations where one could play with fire.
Dun, dun, dun. El conejo ardiente. Un buen nombre para un bar.
Congratulations! Lily has acquired a new skill. She can now get around the ban on playing with fire. All she has to do is cancel it in her new Don'ts menu by clicking on it with the left mouse button. Keep this option in mind. Throughout the game, Lily will learn to bypass many other restraints using this technique.
Oh,
But keep in mind that only one ban can be revoked at a time.
o sea que puedo liberarme de todos las restricciones, pero solo puedo liberarme de una a la vez. Interesante. Muy bien, pues ya que hemos superado la fobia al fuego, deberíamos poder hacer esto. Pero seguimos sin saber por qué este nos quiere ayudar.
With the help of the torch, Lily could finally inspect the mysterious bracket. What a surprise! It was a torch bracket, but there was still no trace of the promised secret passage. There had to be a secret. It was true! A secret passage! Garrett was right once again.
Lily, you did it! Perfect! I think you're finally ready to know the truth. Well, where should I start? Maybe I should introduce myself first. My full name is Chief Deputy Garrett Gordon Gardengore. I'm an undercover investigator for the Juvenile Department. I took a position in the convent as a cover to observe Mother Superior. My assignment is to uncover evidence proving her educational methods violate youth protection laws. But Dr. Marcel is an even bigger fish to fry. Compared to him, Mother Superior is
Lily could hardly believe what she was hearing. But now it all made sense. The secret room, the listening devices, and the strange voices she kept hearing at night. It was all coming together to form a coherent, overall picture.
Vale.
Before you ask me any questions, let me quickly tell you one more thing about the hypnosis. This Harvey hypnosis is the doctor's devilish invention. He apparently uses this stuffed rabbit to force his will on you. If we want to get out of here, then you're going to have to fight the behavioral rules he's installed inside you. You can also take on the other behavior blocks, just like you did the ones stopping you from playing with fire. But it means you'll have to put yourself back in a trance. The first challenge will be leaving the school grounds. Mother Superior has forbidden you from doing this. And because of the behavior block, you're incapable of being disobedient. The solution is to once again fight the block while you're in a trance. We have to tackle the problem at its source. Let me finish. As I said, Dr. Marcel is a much bigger fish. The police has been after him for a while. He's suspected of using illegal therapy methods that rob children of their childhood. And the hypnosis he subjected you to confirms this suspicion. Call the police? Ha! Lily, I am the police.
No, tú eres un policía, no eres la policía.
We just have to get off the school grounds somehow. I think the best way is to follow in your friend Edna's footsteps. But first, I want to answer any questions you have. So? No questions? How disappointing. Oh well, okay. Let's go to the tree swing.
Pero si eres un policía, sabías que he matado gente. Están todos muertos.
The yard waste was rotting away leisurely in the composting bin. A paradise for maggots and spiders. Lily couldn't stop watching the fascinating...
Me pregunto por dónde se habrá escapado Edna. Quizás este agujero en la valla tenga algo que ver.
Hello, Lily. You're not trying to leave the school grounds, are you?
Sí.
You know that Mother Superior has forbidden it.
Me da igual.
And you do know
You must not contradict it all.
it's possible to have lots of fun without defying the rules set by adults. We could sort your marbles according to colors, or come up with a counting rhyme for folding laundry.
No matter how tempting the bunny rabbit suggestions were, Lily had to get through the fence and find Edna. There was, on the one hand, Lily was happy about the company. On the other hand, he wouldn't let her leave the school grounds. And Lily didn't see any strings for the hypnosis. She needed a better plan.
Lo interesante es que ahora esta tiene varios compañeros. Tiene los señores patata pintores. Y ahora tiene los conejos que prohíben cosas.
You must not contradict.
It wasn't even. There are so many fun things like or put.
¿Cómo atacó las contradicciones?
There was that funny rabbit again. On the one hand, Lily was happy about the company. On the other hand, he wouldn't let her leave the school grounds. And Lily, Actually, the ball of wool should have stayed in the treasure chest for all eternity as a symbol of friendship. But Lily was running out of options.
What do you have there? Can I see it? A ball of wool. Yippee! But that's.
Wuggy.
Oogie.
Wuggy.
Nos sintonizamos entre nosotros.
With the rabbit's help, Lily had returned into a trance. In the distance, she could see the giant Mother Superior stomping around in front of her cave. And over there, where in reality had been a huge gap in the fence, there was now a cobweb with a giant spider in the center. This had to be the second demon for her to defeat.
Vale, entonces técnicamente esto forma parte de la misma realidad, que sería la mente de Lily, y por eso la super duper está ahí. Y el árbol está entero. Oh. Le regaló una tarántula y quería que fuese un unicornio y le clavó esto en la cabeza.
Lily was curious whether this would have any effect. When Lily saw how Mother Superior took the spider in her arms, her heart melted. Suddenly, Mother Superior no longer seemed so big and grown up. She emerged from her trance with a blissful smile on her lips.
Shaggy. No obedece a los adultos y el conejo pirómano. Y ahora tenemos que elegir, ¿no?
Lily had overcome her second behavioral block. She might still only have been able to ignore one rule, but it was better than nothing.
Entonces, técnicamente, si intentamos salir por aquí... Ajá.
You must not come.
¡Super Power! Ay, si me vieran... Si me vieran las chicas mágicas estas que están muertas. Una aquí y la otra pues debajo de la gárgola. Pensarían que soy molona.
It was already dusk when Lily set off down the convent hill.
You're late. Where have you been all this time? Save it. Save it. There's a time for words and a time for action. And there's a third time. The time for sitting at the police station and filling out forms. And that time has come. What now? Don't say anything. You want your girlfriend. What's her name? Oh, Edna, right? I could tell right away that that girl meant overtime. But if she's still alive, I'll probably have to take care of this too. Although I think it's much more likely that Dr. Marcel has already found her and used a wood chipper to turn her into pig feed. If that's the case, I'll find that out too. So don't worry about your little girlfriend anymore. Why do I always have to be so damn compassionate? It's a curse. Oh well. Wait here while I investigate a few things. I'll watch the path to the institution. Maybe I'll learn something that way. If I discover anything, I'll give you a signal. I'll make an owl call. Ooh, ooh, or something like that. You won't miss it. Wait here for me. I'm sure it will only take a few hours.
A few hours.
Lily was immensely relieved that Edna's fate was now in the hands of this exceptionally competent youth investigator. However, she would have liked to have shown him the map with the directions to Edna's hiding place. But Garrett had already disappeared. Lily risked a glance at the map. She could see Moor Lake from here. Edna's hiding place couldn't be that far.
You're not planning on running into the moor after dark, are you?
¿Quién eres tú?
Don't you know how dangerous that is?
You must not hang around dangerous places.
There are so many other nice places for children to visit. The Agricultural Museum, for example, or the Job Information Center at the Employment Office.
Lily was starting to think that the funny stuffed rabbit wasn't so funny after all. She stubbornly risked another look at the map.
You must not hang around dangerous places.
I'm sorry. I certainly didn't want to startle you. We're friends, after all, and friends don't play pranks on each other.
¿Serio? Me estás vacilando.
Lily arrived just in time to see the flying topography tool disappear through a grilled window.
¿Por qué? ¿Cómo? Claro, normal que se cabre. ¿Estoy cabreando yo? Bicycle.
The police car.
Bye.
The bar suggested that this was a lion cage.
¿Me estás diciendo que este es la central de policía? Sí, policía. Agente, le estoy robando. Usted no se preocupe. Ah. Y claro, no debo acercarme al alcohol. Esta forma extraña, ¿qué será?
Mother Superior didn't allow Lily to paint her things in bright colors. Since then, she only painted in black. Luckily, that was tolerated. Lily knew she wasn't food was, and when it started acting up, Lily would get scared. The wine gums looked tasty. Lily took that as a sign that she wasn't allowed any. There wasn't any real wine in the wine gums. They consisted solely of artificial colors.
What? Oh, just a little girl. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night? Aren't you worried that the loonies will catch you? Well, you should be. So hurry. Get back to bed. Or did you want to make a complaint? Oh, thank goodness. I would have really hated it if I'd had to go outside. Ever since Dr. Marcel stopped running the asylum properly, this whole area has been overrun with escaped loonies. It's best to just stay at home and hide behind a desk. That's the most sensible thing to do. Oh, yes.
Ajá, emocionante.
You again? So now... Oh boy. This had to happen someday. And who do you want to make a complaint about, if I may ask? You don't mean Dr. Marcel, do you? Shh! Keep it down. The doctor is a very influential man. We all know he's got a few things to answer for. But you still have to be very careful with accusations like that. Unless you have evidence, I really can't help you. You again? Do you? And who do you? You don't mean yourself, do you? Please. What terrible things could a little girl like you have done?
Te he robado.
Children your age can't even be charged with a crime. The only reason to lock up a young kid like you would be to sober you up. But I'm sure a girl who looks as well behaved as you already knows to stay away from alcohol, right? You see? Of course, if you insist, you can take a voluntary alcohol test anyway. The machine is over there, against the wall. But I can't arrest you if you haven't gone and drunk nothing.
Lily knew food, and when is Lily knew food, and when is
Is that? Hey, you can't just take that. That's police property. Oh, now don't look so sad. I don't need it that urgently anyway. You can keep it if you want.
La cuestión es que tengo que hacer algo. Tengo que hacer algo con esto para que reconozca.
There wasn't any real wine in the wine gums. They consisted solely of artificial colors.
Tal vez haya un bar. Eso es un bar. ¿Qué más cosas hay? Eso es para volver. Un cementerio. Vale, al bar. El del bar. Este me suena.
To use the machine, you needed small change and a comfortable relationship with salmonella. Lily liked everything that was colorful. Flowers, butterflies, and bruises she got from behaving badly.
Vale. ¿Y eso es inesperado?
Lily had never seen a bartender before, but she was pretty sure that they didn't usually wear nightgowns. Lily had also received a box like this after her father had been lost at sea. It probably took the Association for the Relief of Dead Seafarers a long time to collect this.
Oh, what do we have here? A little girl without parents, all alone.
Podría
in the night.
hacer la pregunta.
Sweet, what brings you into this dark dive where no one can hear you scream? Alcohol? I can't serve children alcohol. I'm missing the recipe for the only alcoholic cocktail on the menu, the Volcano Berserker. Plus, I ran out of the ingredients. So, if you want a drink, you'll have to get me the right ingredients. And then the drinks will be free. Here, the menu.
Me estaba preguntando si él podría hacer la pregunta de forma aún más perturbadora. Pero sí, realmente ha hecho la pregunta de la forma más perturbadora posible. Pufferfish, Valium tenemos.
A volcano berserker? Sorry about that. Unfortunately, the previous owner took it to the grave.
Vale.
Or wherever, but they
Tenemos Valium. Al parecer tenemos estas cosas. Cosa que no entiendo. Porque tenemos... Esto es rosa. No Ah, sí, tenemos de un amarillo del rotulador. Ciertamente.
Lily had Lily had also received a box like it. Probably took the to use the machine and a
¿Cómo saco una moneda de aquí? Pregúntame.
What? Wait. No! This isn't Aunt Gorgula. My name is Miranya. Miranya the Medium. How many more times do I have to tell you? What? But that's... One moment. Please stay on the line. Sorry, little girl. This could take a moment. It's that bartender Max Mixo again. A real pain in the ass. So dead and yet so talkative. Come here. The spirits are very unsettled today. They're all talking over each other. If only I had earplugs. What was that? Now listen to me, my dear lady. I'm not a greeting card courier. I'm sure that... Max Mixo, would you please shut up for a moment? Because there are others who... No, I don't know anyone called Priscilla.
Miranya was busy. Lily could completely understand that. She knew how hard it was to ignore spirits.
Especially those that tried to grab you at night.
Lily tried to hear voices in the fire too.
You know what you have to do, Lily. Everything has to burn. Everything.
But there weren't any. At least none that she hadn't.
little girl. What do you have there? Are those earplugs? Fabulous! Thank you. It's exactly what I need right now. No, these are too big. So, hello? Can anyone hear me? Much better. Yes, loud and clear. Who wants to be first? Max Mixo? I could have guessed that. Could you possibly do me another favor? Uh-huh. It's about Max Mixo, the previous bartender at the village bar. He's worried about his legacy, the volcano berserker. He'd always hoped that this drink would make him immortal someday. We both know that his plan failed, but now he literally took the recipe to his grave, and he so wanted to leave it to posterity. It's very simple. The cocktail only has 3 ingredients: wine gum, artemisia, and a chili pepper.
Me falta artemisia.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Lily. Maybe the great Max Mixo can finally find peace. And me too. Wait, I have a few seances to finish here. Who wants to be first? Max Mixo? What? Oh. Hi, little girl. What do you have there? Is that... what? Wait.
Maranya was busy. Too bad.
Hello, Lily. You're not going to play with fire, are you? Of course. You know that Mother's...
You must.
¿Cómo sacaré la moneda de esto? Bueno, de aquí ya no podemos hacer nada más. ¡Hey! Pero aquí ya tenemos una...
If you want to order,
Teníamos esto.
coming right up. Oh, by the way, that's a non-alcoholic cocktail, but don't worry, there's enough other illegal substances in it.
Vale.
If you want to order it.
Wollen wir den Mond anzünden? Das ist ein Adventure. Was soll schon...
The path that Garrett had taken led Lily to a small bridge over one of the brackish creeks running off from Moor Lake. 2 trustworthy-looking men in white lab coats were working there. Lily wasn't quite sure what to make of it. She also recognized Garrett in the bushes on the other shoreline. Apparently, he didn't want to be seen by the 2 men. And although the 2 nocturnal workers had made a friendly impression on Lily, she decided to follow the youth investigator's lead.
And? Have you found anything yet?
Do you have to keep asking that? I'll let you know if I discover something.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think Dr. Marcel's madness is starting to rub off on me. Ever since we found this stuffed rabbit by the lake, he's been obsessed. We should be taking care of patients instead of poking around the moor.
And then there's that absurd plan with the hypnosis doll.
Stop already, and keep looking. Have you actually found anything yet?
Well...
Lily had heard enough. Apparently, the men in white were Dr. Marcel's minions. It appeared that Edna's concern had been justified. Dr. Marcel really was looking for her. It was now more important than ever to find Edna's hiding place. There was a sign on the feeding trough. Don't feed the saber-toothed boars. Saber-toothed boars are very dangerous. In the event of an encounter, make sure you don't look like a well-behaved convent schoolgirl. Saber-toothed boars are nocturnal, grow up to 6 feet long, and like to lurk in the shadows. They can be frequently found near the territorial herb Artemisia, since they mark their territory on the leaves of this plant. Therefore, avoid areas where this herb grows after dark. The Forest Ranger. Lily would have gladly heeded the warning, but she had no idea how to recognize Artemisia.
Pero necesito Artemisia.
There was a sign on the feeding trough. Don't save in the event save they're the forest. Lily would have gladly, but she. Garrett did what he was best at, listening.
Did you hear something?
I don't know. Hopefully not another saber-toothed boar. I'm still out of breath.
Vale, pues vamos a dejar aquí por hoy. Estas han sido las chorriaventuras de Blasco y esto ha sido otro capítulo más de Lily fuera del convento. Hasta la próxima. Adiós.